Diogo Dalot is a fan of probable new Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim, but has explained that the players remain in the dark over a possible appointment. With the 39-year-old's arrival set to come in November rather immediately, as had been initially hoped, United are in limbo. Ruud van Nistelrooy is in caretaker charge, doing a fine job so far too, as he oversaw their 5-2 Carabao Cup fourth-round win over Leicester City on Wednesday night. Dalot had a big role to play as he completed the full game in a strong X1 picked, providing the second goal of the night to Alejandro Garnacho with a pinpoint low cross from the right side. Dalot was soon involved as Leicester pegged one back before half-time to cut the deficit back to 2 goals after a ding-dong opening 45 minutes. The ball ricocheted off Dalot and into the path of Conor Coady, who scored the 5 goals in total, 2 from Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, were as many as United had managed in the previous 5 domestic games combined. Their bounce under Van Nistelrooy, which was also demonstrated with the resounding atmosphere for the club legend, will be put to the test against Chelsea on Sunday afternoon. The Blues fell to a limp 2-0 defeat away to Newcastle in the League Cup, while United themselves were winning. A large portion of the team likely to feature at Old Trafford were rested though. Van Nistelrooy now appears all but certain to be in charge for the match after a delay in appointing a permanent replacement for Erik Ten Hag this week. That is still expected to be Amorim, and Dalot had some good words to say about Sporting CP's head coach. Obviously he's a good manager, compatriot Dalot said, speaking after the win over Leicester. However, United's players are in the dark over what comes next. We don't know if he's coming, we see the rumours, like everybody see it, but we will just focus on what we have here, doing our job and what the future brings. We'll be ready. Dalot is one of few players signed by United in recent years who look to have improved under Ten Hag. He's also someone suited, on paper, to the back 3 system used almost compulsively by Amorim. The wait is now to see if they will be united together at United in the coming days. Mourinho believes Manchester United will be hiring the best manager in Portugal in Ruben Amorim. The Manchester Evening News revealed on Monday, Sporting coach Amorim has agreed in principle to take over at United, who have agreed to pay his release clause at Sporting. United are now negotiating a separate fee for Amorim's backroom staff. Amorim, 39, visited United's Carrington training complex when Mourinho was their manager in April 2018 for an internship, and the Fenerbahce coach remembers a good kid. Amorim had started a postgraduate degree at the University of Lisbon, and Mourinho was a coordinator and lecturer on its high-performance coaching course. Sporting are top of the Primeira Liga with 9 wins from 9, scoring 30 goals. Mourinho believes Amorim will not be as gung-ho as his favoured 3-4-3 formation suggests as he switches to a 5-4-1 shape out of possession with a low block. Mourinho insists Amorim never changes his approach regardless of the opposition, and his tactics provide depth for the wingers and the striker. He described his style as always intense. Amorim is set to become United's second Portuguese coach after Mourinho, who remains their best manager of the post-Sir Alex Ferguson era. Mourinho guided United to League Cup and Europa League triumphs, their joint highest Premier League finish of second, as well as their highest points haul and an FA Cup final. He also has the highest win percentage. "I wish the best to Man United since the moment I left," Mourinho said ahead of Fenerbahce's 1-1 Europa League draw with United last week. "I left with a good feeling to the club, with a good feeling to the fans, and I want the best for them. So if things are not going amazingly well for them, it's not something that makes me happy. But at the same time, I have no time, and it doesn't make sense for me to be thinking about what happened, what didn't happen. What happened for sure, because it's very objective, is that they keep faith in the coach. Erik Ten Hag. The support the coach. The coach is staying season after season, and that means stability, it means trust. And they are giving him conditions to keep developing his job. That was a difference in relation to me. Because, as you know, we won Europa League, we finished second in the Premier League. I think we still have a chance to win that league, because if they punish Man City with points, maybe we win that league, and then they have to pay me the bonus and give me the medal." Interim United manager Ruud van Nistelrooy will attend their pre-match press conference today for the Premier League visit of Chelsea on Sunday. Amorim will also address the press ahead of Sporting's league fixture against Estrela Amadora on Friday. Sporting play United's neighbours Manchester City on Tuesday in their 4th Champions League match. Interim manager Ruud van Nistelrooy has said Manchester United's players were given some space to gather their thoughts following Erik Ten Hag's exit ahead of tonight's Carabao Cup clash with Leicester City at Old Trafford. Ten Hag was axed by United on Monday morning, less than 24 hours after watching his side lose 2-1 to West Ham United in controversial fashion at the London Stadium. Van Nistelrooy was placed in temporary charge and is tasked with trying to improve the mood at Old Trafford after a run of just 1 win in 8 matches. Van Nistelrooy, who is a huge fan favourite, returned to the club in the summer as part of the decision to shake up Ten Hag's coaching team. He is now focused on attempting to lead his team to the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup. Speaking to MUTV pre-match, Van Nistelrooy said, "We had to deal with the daylight yesterday and give the players some space to get their heads around things and their emotions. Then they needed to switch their mindsets to performing, and that is what we did today. We wanted to focus on seeing an energetic and attack-minded performance, having a lot of the ball and attempting to give the crowd a great night." "It has been a couple of days of mixed feelings," Van Nistelrooy added. "When you see a colleague go, it is a big disappointment. Erik brought me in, and in the first conversation we had, what struck me most was the passion he had for Man United, and I experienced that with him. He was really fighting for this club, for the supporters, and that was what brought us together."